The question everyone wants to know, does Google Veo 3 generate high quality videos in 3D format? Disney style, Pixar style, video game style? Let's check that out now, but first leave a comment below. Would you like an artificial intelligence that creates videos and animations in the Disney or Pixar style so you can make money online? Comment below, I want to know. Let's go to the specialist now. Remember, at the end of this video, I leave the link to his channel so you can subscribe. It's really worth it. Let's go.
Let's move on to the 3D categories. For the 3D categories, I wanted to test the work in these various studios and the different types of aesthetics here.
Let's see here, Disney. Great. Pixar, which is part of Disney, but is a separate company. Illumination, which is the studio behind Minions, Despicable Me, and also created that amazing Mario Bros. Animation and game engineer, right? Then we have video games, PlayStation, Xbox, computer, Nintendo Switch, and so on. Let's go.
They have them. Starting again with Disney. So, if you think about Disney, think about their princesses. Of course, there's going to be music. So I want to see how well they can handle music and singing. And here's the suggestion I gave for this first video, so let's listen to what it does. To me, this was incredibly impressive. I think this is the first time I've actually generated an AI animation that doesn't really look like AI. There's something about it, and I think it's three things. Because this...
Well, the camera movement and the animation turned out amazing. On my computer, the music didn't come through very well, but I know here that it's excellent.
Watching the lip sync, the camera movement, and the animation all at once. It looks natural compared to what you'd see in some of those studios. This is really impressive. If you look at the scene here, if you look at her dress when she turns, the physics of the dress, the way it moves, the way the camera moves and her lips move, it all looks so perfect. This is smooth. I really love this. Let's try one more. Once again.
Now the music came through. Guys, you can create a Disney or Pixar style animation right from your home using prompts. Look at this. Because Google Veo 3 generates the video, it creates all the external sound effects, it generates the voice, it does the lip sync. So it's incredible.
It nailed it. I'm super impressed with the quality of these animations, besides the singing. Of course, the singing definitely sounds like AI, but everything else in this animation looks very perfect. It's pretty fascinating. The times we live in today. All right. Now let's move on to a 3D stylized animation style that most people use today when generating 3D AI characters, which is pixel style animation. And here, I'm looking for subtle differences. Like I want to see textures that look a bit more realistic, sophisticated lighting, and shadows compared to what we would see in a Disney style animation. So, we'll start with a simple prompt of a boy and an alien playing in the bracket. And this is how it looks.
Guys, just to show one technical thing, here he's using the text to video format, right? So he's writing a text and everything we're seeing is being generated. Now, you can use image to video, which would be image to video. So you would create an image that could be in Google's Image 4, or it could be in Flux with a test, which is the best today. You can choose Midjourney, which is also, it's always there between first and second place. Or you can use ChatGPT itself, which is also very good. And then you can like use just the image to generate the video, or you can upload the image and also add some text commands, which would be the prompt, making a combination of image and text for video, right? So that's something to note. And those are the possibilities. In this case here, he's using text to video.
We have a simple prompt of a boy and an alien playing in the bracket. And this is how it turns out. And for some reason, I can't get the voice to generate audio when I add the word pixel to the prompt, when there's a human character in it. I've tried more than dozens of different prompts. It just wouldn't generate audio when there was a human. I don't know what that's about. If anyone figures this out, please let me know in the comments. I'd like to see it.
Yeah, you can put something similar, right? You can write slightly inspired by Pixar, maybe that'll work. Or what you can also do is ask Gemini or ChatGPT to describe what a Pixar style would be. Then it'll give you a brief description and you can put that in the prompt. That way you kind of get around the algorithm, right?
What am I doing wrong here? But besides that, if you look at the rendering almost immediately compared to what we had with Disney. So here's what we had with Disney, and here's this pixel animation. You can immediately see that we have a much more detailed rendering. Notice the lighting on the alien, the way the sunlight comes in, the way the shadows fall across its face. If you look at the apples, you can see the reflection on them, and a bit of the shadows in the garden. You can even see the shadows being cast on the boy's clothes if you look closely at the details there. So this is perfect in terms of aesthetics. Really perfect. The animation as well, very fluid. So it definitely nails this animation style very well. With Pixar, it's very common to see animations of inanimate objects. So I wanted to test that. Let's use the classic Cars movie as an example. I'm going to win this race. Fast as lightning, baby. Sound design, the lip sync, the rendering are all really good. If you look at this, you'll see the shadows, the way it was designed. It looks really, 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 really good. So,
guys, I've already sold videos that were way less complex. You know, I created the avatar there, the character, and made a little package of images and videos around 10 to, it depends, right? But it was from 10 to 20 there, and it was around $100. Now, this year is a short film. If you make a short film for a company, you can easily charge around $500, $1,000, even $2,000. Not to mention that I use it mainly here on my YouTube channels, right? There are 12 channels, 9 monetized in Portuguese, English, Spanish, and German. But I have a specific channel, it's called Cinema AI, or actually AI Cinema, so many times I get confused anyway. But look, if I open it up quickly here and type in AI Cinema, go ahead and subscribe. We're about to hit 30,000 subscribers. But look, I already make the animations here, okay? And here, some of them, right, like VO2 didn't even exist yet. Now there's VO3 and everything else. Man, just these videos here look 2.7 million, 1.3 million, a million, and so on. On this channel, I make around, it depends on the month, but around $1,200 to $2,000, okay? Now, there are videos here that on their own already pay for the VO3 subscription with just one video. And VO3 is not cheap, right? Their plans around $20 and their plans around $200 with a promotion for the first 3 months at $150. And for the $20 plan, it's free for 30 days, right? At least while I'm recording this video. In other words, you can make money selling to clients, but while you're not selling to clients, you can make money monetizing on YouTube. Of course, you need to put in the work to monetize your YouTube channel. Not to mention, you can also sell a course on how to create these videos. Look at how many possibilities there are, right? This is what I teach even to my mentees, you know?
I tried it with some animals, and here again, I'm trying to see how detailed the animals' textures appear and how well they perform with lip sync. So, here is a rabbit in the back that says something about this. Carrot, you should last until dinner. So, the texture details are pretty impressive. The lip sync is also quite impressive. We don't know how a rabbit talks, so I can't really judge that. It looks similar to what I would see in a pixel-style movie. Alright, now let's check out the animati.
Before we start the illumination part here, guys, if you don't have the money to invest in a mentorship with me yet, what can you do right now? I have the channel club here on the channel. At level 1, you'll get early access to the videos, and I'll also reply to comments ahead of time. Now at level 2, which is for me one of the best in terms of value for money, what will you be able to do? In addition to exclusive videos, you can make a post in the channel's community. Any subscriber can make a post in the channel's community, but if you're a level 2 member here, you can ask a question about business, about artificial intelligence, about how to make money in a specific situation. And as a level 2 member of our channel club, I'll respond to you with priority and in a special way. All right? So go ahead, become a level 2 member, make your post, and I'll respond to you with priority. All right. Continuing here with the illumination part.
In the style of Illumination Studios. I hope it's a high texture rendering, very similar to what we had with the pixel and lighting, and that's fine. But later I want to do more tests to check a few more things. Let's use the movie sim as the basis for the test. So first I'm going to test with a simple dialogue with the animal. And the prompt here was a dog conducting an interview. Let's listen to a participant. This is my dog. I was born to sing. And I have to say that this scene here I really loved. Really fantastic.
And look how cool this is, guys. Normally, artificial intelligences focus on the protagonist, which in this case would be these two here, right? The dog and the hippopotamus, and in the background, it kind of messes things up, distorts them. It doesn't treat them as a priority, what we call the NPCs, right? The supporting characters. But View 3, like, impressively takes the whole context into account. So the characters in the background have really good animation. There are other AIs that distort things and say like blur the background to cover up the fact that it hallucinated or distorted the character, but not here. You can tell that the animation is really good, really well done. Let's watch it again.
This is my moment. I was born to sing. And I have to say that this scene here, I really loved it. Really fantastic. I think it's something about the way the camera moves and the animal talks at the same time that makes it feel very realistic. This scene had some artifacts at the beginning. Other than that, it's pretty solid. Now let's try playing an instrument. The rendering of the mouse looks really good, but it seems to have a bit of trouble understanding how an instrument is played. The physics correctly. And then finally, let's try singing. Oh my god, there's something about the way it's doing this. It looks very natural. Nothing about it feels AI generated.
It turned out really good. It's just that when it's recording, I don't know why, but it gets a bit distorted. But here, the trunk is in front, right? So you can't even tell if it's lip synced, right?
For example, I generated a similar image and used one of the best lip syncing tools out there, Dreamna, to sing the same song. So, if you look at this, there's a way for it to stay still and static, and all of this compared to what we have in V3, it looks like something you'd watch in a movie and wouldn't think twice that it was AI generated. I want to see how far I can go using copyrighted content. So, this time I asked it to generate something that looked like the Minions.
Well, this is just a test, right, guys? But you're not going to make money with other people's copyrighted material, right? So here it's just as a test, but I advise you to like use it as inspiration, you know, and not specifically use this here, because otherwise, honestly, before you know it, lawyers will be knocking at your door.
And this looks a lot like the Minions. It definitely doesn't seem to want to restrict this. And I tried another one with Gru and Lucy from the same movie. So I got some resistance, but I tweaked the prompt a bit and just described what Gru was like. I mentioned Despicable Me, and then it generated this. I know it looks bad, but I assure you it was completely accidental.
Wow, it looks like Despicable Me from the last movie, doesn't it? Where they're in that little town, kind of fake, inside a house. Their Gru is on the run, right?
Again, if you look at this, you can definitely tell I'm trying to recreate that over-the-top character, but it did a really good job. Finally, to wrap up, I just want to quickly check how it does with CG rendering. Maybe like a game engine, Unreal Engine rendering. I hope it does really well, but it has a simple prompt. So let's see what happens. I came here looking for answers.
And what did you find, if you don't mind me asking?
Yeah, exactly as I expected. This one is perfect. Very accurate. The aesthetics of this look really great. I didn't expect it to have much trouble with this. So, in all of its...
Well, basically that's a gameplay style, right? It's a video game, but when you're about to play, you could actually make it much more realistic if you wanted to, right? So it's a game cutscene that then transitions straight into gameplay without like cutting to something that's more polished and then to the gameplay. Nowadays, you can make really good graphics like this one here, and when you start playing, there's no, let's say, that break or cut I thought these tests were wonderful. I found them amazing. I'll leave the link to his channel for you to follow because there are a lot of incredible videos. It's fantastic. I recommend it. And leave your comment. Don't forget, did you like it? Did you think VO3 did well in most of them? Which one did you like the most? Comment down below. I want to know. And if you want to see the results of VO3 now for films, for short films, for something more realistic, more everyday stuff, I'll leave this video here for you to keep watching with me, okay? I'll see you in the next video. See you soon.